Well, joining me once again is Judy Henderson. She wrote a memoir, When the Light Finds Us, From a Life Sentence to a Life Transformed. And it's about her spending almost 36 years in prison for a murder she didn't commit. She was pardoned in 2017, and we're going to pick up with her story. She had found out she was guilty, went to prison, and we were just talking about her relationship with her children throughout her prison sentence. Okay, so Judy, I want to go to a part in the book where you talked about your first experience at a Catholic Mass, and you also were selected to attend a retreat called Residents Encounter Christ. And can you tell me
Yes.
how that affected your life in prison?
Oh, wow. Yes, I can. That was a joyful time. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't plan on it being a joyful time because I was still very angry at God because I thought, he has the power to change things at any given moment. But we also have the choice to take the right turns. And so that was by my choice to end up where I was, regardless of if it was a setup. Um, but whenever I got to prison, I realized that I was so angry, Victoria, that I had to figure out how I was going to navigate this foreign world that I was just placed into and how I was going to handle the pain of not having my children and my family by my side and trying to protect them and them not knowing what I was going through. And so there was a lot going on, at that time, but I did seek therapy. And then I realized, there's two things you can do with anger. You can either get bitter or you can get better. And I chose better.
Mm.
But I still was very angry at God. I was very transparent with him and told him in layman's terms exactly how I felt, which wasn't very nice. Uh, but, thank you, Jesus. He understands us, He made us, and He is an all forgiving God.
Mm.
And so I was chosen as one of the 12 lifers to do Residence Encounter Christ, a 3-day retreat. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go, but that's it. I'm just going to go. I'm not going to participate. I don't want to hear anything about God. And whenever I got there, it was like, oh my gosh, even the spirit, even the atmosphere was so peaceful and so calming. It was almost like I wasn't in prison. Here were these loving people that gave up their time and to come into a prison to care about lifers. They didn't just act it, they showed it. You could feel it. And they were always non judgmental. They just loved us unconditionally. And we were with them from Thursday till Sunday. And whenever we did a foot washing,
Mm.
is whenever I just broke down and I thought, here these strangers are
Mm.
that don't even know me, sitting before me, washing my feet. And I could see the parable in the Bible, where Jesus's feet was getting washed. And it was very, very, very humbling. And right then is whenever it just seemed like my life changed. A light came on, and I started down a different path, a different journey.
Mm.
And as I was walking this journey, even after I left the retreat, I ended up becoming what they call a Residence Encounter Christ, which is a recite for short.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can go back to other retreats that they had like every 3 months or every 6 months and be a volunteer to help other offenders through this process. And so that started my journey into my faith and really pouring my heart out to God and Him showing me how much He loved me, regardless of how much I hated Him at the moment. And that we don't know, we can be in the worst kind of situation, but one thing I would like people to know is God is always there. He's always present in every moment of our life. He's just waiting for us to reach out to Him. And whenever He does, we miss so many of the miracles that he does on a daily basis for us. And
Mm.
until you're put in a situation like I was in, and then you start looking for anything to hold on to, and you start realizing what your purpose was. And that's what the gift was that I received. I received many blessings during my incarceration. I was able to start programs for mothers and their children because being a mother was just the center point of my life. And but
Mm.
I realized that other women there that were mothers, they didn't know how to be moms. They didn't know
Mhm.
how to communicate with their children. And it was a necessary program that they had to have to break that generational curse of families continually going to prison and being incarcerated and leaving these children out there to become criminals themselves. And so that was a few programs dealing with children and their mothers, parenting classes. Um, we finally realized that we had to get the family unit involved, not just the mom and the dad, the aunts, the uncles, the grandparents, the cousins. They would come on visits and we would eat together, we would play games together, we would pray together, we would sing together, and they were seeing what it was really like to be a family unit.
Mm.
And so that was very rewarding.
Mm.
And I could probably just go on forever and ever about
Well,
about this because it was so rewarding and so joyful, even when I couldn't see my children, just to see them with
yeah.
theirs.
I mean, when I was reading it, I was thinking, well, did God bring Judy to prison so that she could bring light to so many people? Because you earned your paralegal certificate. You helped women achieve or get clemency for themselves and be released. And, you helped yourself and you helped these women with, who were battered women and create that legal defense, the battered woman defense in Missouri. So many good things. I am curious though, how did you, eventually reconcile, your long prison sentence with the mercy of God and the goodness of God? And I know at one point you had that quote above your mirror saying, like, I know the plans that I have for you, plans for good. Do you believe that? Like these were
Yes.
plans for good?
Absolutely. Jeremiah 29:11 states that the plans that he has for us are for good. And I was starting to see the good, how all these women were getting getting educated, getting their bodies cleaned out from the drugs that they had consumed for so many years, and how their minds were changing and wanting to be mothers, wanting to have their children not live the life that they lived. And I created a vision board, which is actually a vision board is just faith in pictures or
Hmm.
faith on the words you put on there. And you look at it every day, like soil. That's like planting the little mustard seed of faith. That's all you need for him to make these miracles happen for you. And
Mm.
so my vision board was that. It was my visual faith board where I could see, and I had on there commutation, time served, pardon,
Mm.
and every one of those things came to fruition. God
Hmm.
made every one of those things happen.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I want to talk about that, the pardoning in 2017. Um,
yes,
the governor of Missouri showed up to let you know you were free. And what was that day like?
oh my gosh. Well, at first I didn't believe it. I had him say it several times. And especially when he said time served, immediate release, I thought, ooh, I don't know if I want to walk out that gate. Are you sure immediate release? Because I don't want to get shot or anything. And he said, Judy, immediate release today. You are going home. And he was very humble and very kind about it. And he did it in such a way that it had nothing to do with him. He didn't want the press there. He didn't want anything to hinder the reunion that me and my family were about ready to have.
Mm.
And he was a good Christian man, still is a good Christian man. He's very active with our family to this day. He still mentors me in so many different ways, and his team does. Um, so that was a day to see that miracle come to fruition. And for the general population of 1,600 women, there was 100 women when I first went in. 1,600 after 36 years.
Wow.
And that was just a one prison. Now we had like two prisons for women, and there was 38 or somewhere in there in the other prison. So the population had really grown.
Mm,
But the staff afterwards told me the morale was so high for so many weeks that it was just amazing,
mm.
the spirit that was felt in prison during that time.
That's so
And
beautiful.
yeah, it was. It really, really was. And the reunion with my children and grandchildren that I hadn't seen outside of prison.
Hmm.
My grandchildren grew up with me in prison.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
now I see them all the time. I hold my great grandbaby twin girls,
Wow.
and they are a miracle in themselves for being
Hmm.
here today.
Mm.
And so, I just can't say enough. And I love being able to work at Catholic Charities. I
That's
have to
great.
put that in there.
Oh, good. I was going to ask you. Yeah.
Oh,
So you work for Catholic Charities now, and I know you
yes,
love it there. Um,
I do.
and I just want to encourage people to check out your website, judyannhenderson.com, if they want to get a copy of the book When the Light Finds Us. Also, pretty much wherever books are sold, it seems. It's definitely impactful, inspiring. I mean, I challenge anyone to read it without crying.
Oh boy, that's a challenge.
Yeah. Judy, thank you so much. It has been such a pleasure. Thank you for sharing everything.
Thank you, Victoria. It's been a pleasure being on here, and I tell you, you guys are just the greatest. I love your show. I've
Thank
heard a
you.
lot about it. I've seen about it and researched it. And thank you for what you do.
Oh, thanks, Judy. It's so great to chat with you. God bless.
Thank you.